52. Now again I remind you that I had presented one model of communication. Do you remember? I delivered the lecture also and also explained in the class. Do you remember that? Or by the time pustakasthatya vidya parahastagatam dhanam karyakale samutpanne nasa vidya nata dhanam. Sir, all these things are in my notebooks. So, idam sarvam tatra vardhate. Now, remember, recollect. How I said that this Shastra analyzes Anubhava. Anubhava is Prakasha. And Shabda also is Prakasha. Shabda also is Prakasha. So, Anubhava is, your Anubhava is presented to me. How? Through Shabda. Your Anubhava you have encoded in Shabda. Isn't so? And when that Shabda is received by me, what should I do? Decode. I should decode. So the listener is engaged in the prakriya of decoding and the speaker is engaged in the prakriya of encoding. This is the communication. But before communicating, I should have knowledge. That knowledge will come through some pramana, either perception or anumana or even Shabda. I will listen to you and again then I will. So, in the communication model, what is required? A speaker is required, a listener is required, and in the middle, the vakya is a sentence. There is a word, so all these things he knows, and this knowledge he expresses in sentence. The sentence is received by the listener or reader. When you are reading, the same thing happening. In reading also communication is going on. So either in the written form or in the spoken form, doesn't matter. Process is the same. So the speaker has verbalized his knowledge or thought into language. And when unit of language is sentence, this is a minimum requirement for my communication. So a sentence, vakya. And that sentence is received by listener or reader. And then there will be a prakriya in him. And that prakriya is called Shabda Bodha Prakriya. So the vakya which he will receive is a Shabda Pramana. What is Shabda Pramana? Vakya, not a word. Vakya is a Pramana. And what he will do after reading or listening? He will decode. So the process of decoding is called Shabda Bodha Prakriya. only Vakya. Oh, tell me, how did you understand? Then I will be able to know. Thunder, what you understood thunder? There is thunder. So it is a sentence. Is it Shabda Bodha? Is it a Vakya? Uh, has it been uttered by anybody? Shabda is which Shabda we are talking here? All my Ramayana goes in West. I said that when I know something and when I express that knowledge into Vakya, that Vakya is Shabda Pramana. Did I say this or not? I started with the model of communication. Thunder Maharaja is communicating with you by uttering Vakya. Uttered sentence is Vakya, is Shabda Pramana. Again, I said there should be a jnana, and that jnana should be converted into a sentence, verbalized, and that verbalized form of jnana is called Shabda Pramana. If you are interested in learning, that is the only advice only for those who are interested in learning. There is a world and the world is known. I want to communicate this knowledge of the world to others. So I should convert this knowledge into sentence. This sentence is Shabda Pramana. Where from thunder came? And this, so there is one prakriya. So the knower acquired this knowledge of the world through various pramanas. This system accepts only 4 pramanas. So the knower acquired the knowledge through these pramanas. Now there is a knowledge of the world with him. He wants to share this knowledge with others. What will he do? He will convert this knowledge into a sentence. What is this sentence? Therefore, I kept on telling that sentence is an encoded cognition. So there is a process of converting this into this. This process is the process of encoding. And now the sentence is received by the hearer or the reader. Now there will be a prakriya here in the reader. This prakriya was here in the knower. And the knower became speaker when he converted this thought into the sentence. And now the sentence is received by the reader or the hearer. Now another prakriya will begin in him. This prakriya should be what? Decoding. And this decoding process we are calling Shabda Bodha. Bodha means jnana, arising from Shabda means sentence. So a Shabda Bodha will be generated here of this world. Because this was the world, the knowledge of this world was encoded here. So after decoding, it should be the knowledge of the world. And if there is a matching with this, what we say? Samvad. If there is no matching, what we say? Visamvad. I remember I had presented this before you. Now you remember. Okay? So, what is Shabda Pramana? Vakya is a Shabda Pramana. Even if you are communicating, I had told you that if one word you utter, it is a sentence. Even when you read a dictionary, or Ashwa, and then in this side is given horse. Understanding is Ashwa means horse. So below a sentence, there can be no human understanding. Human beings understand only through a sentence. Are you going home? No. What does it mean? No, I am not going home. Will you be attending the class tomorrow? Yes. Yes, I shall be attending the class tomorrow. Without this, the human being will not understand anything. So, this sentence is Shabda. Shabda Pramana, which is nothing but Vakya. It's clear? So, what happens? Because of running, this is the problem. If you run, concentration is lost. You might be thinking that how to contradict. Ja, sir. What he is telling, how to say something which is not what he is telling. All those are doing that. Those who are doing, they are going here and there, they are searching those things. We analyze human beings, sir. How can you say no? Whole life I am simply studying human beings, nothing else. Children too, young, older ones, all are. Children, they are very clean slate. They don't do. The moment you grow, some kind of swatantra starts emerging in you. And then you say, oh, what? What is this? I will give a counter example. This is human psychology. This man has gone through all this. No, I don't mean that. We are not doing with disrespect. You are in search of some counter this thing. So, learning discipline is this. Fully concentrate on what the teacher is telling you. And then you ask him, sir, I could not understand this. This should be the question. Your question should be this. Sir, I could not follow this. Please explain. So, this man will explain you 10 times. But you start challenging. Oh, I stand from thunder also. This is not the discipline of learning. I am telling for everybody, not for you, everybody. Whosoever is doing this, they are not concentrating, is my analysis. And if they are not concentrating, they are losing. So concentrate, oh, what he's telling, yes. There will be gaps. Then you need to listen once, twice, thrice, read yourself, read commentary, read this, that, and then those gaps will be breached. That is the method of learning. So anyway, is it clear what is Shabda Pramana? Shabda Pramana is a Vakya, is a sentence uttered by, written by some human being or received from some source. You are not happy with Paurushaya, then Veda Vakya, okay, also is a Vakya. So this is Shabda. Shabda is Shabda, Vakya means Vakya. Shabda Pramana means Vakya Pramana. Why? Because it's the minimum unit of language required for understanding. Without that, I cannot understand. Okay? Now let us begin. Now you see how is it doing? Apta Vakyam Shabdaha. What is Shabda? Shabda is a Vakya. Vakya of whom? A reliable person. That is Pramana, Shabda Pramana, which should be a sentence, but sentence of a reliable person. A person who does not want to mislead you, he will also be telling sentences, no? So, suppose a person who is not reliable, somebody has come, some guest has come to the village and wants to know the home of this gentleman. Now the children in the village, sometimes they are quite naughty, no? Then he says, you go this way, then you take right, then you take left, then again left, then again left, and again when you left you will take, you will be in front of the house of Mr. X. He did that. So, did that, like that, and he found the children were playing the same place. And exactly in front of the house of this man. So, he did that. And sometimes also he will not say that, he will not see that he does not reach the house of this. Such sentences also the boys may utter. Not only boys, the grown-ups also do sometimes. So, such sentences are called prataraka vakya. Such sentences are called prataraka vakya. The sentence which is aimed at misleading you. Prataraka, pratarana, cheating, misleading. So when there is a vakya, decoding you will do, no? Some sentence will corroborate the fact, and some sentence will not corroborate the fact. You are hungry, and there is a river nearby, and somebody says, okay, nadyaha tire phalani santi. There are fruits on the bank of the river. You are hungry, you go and get those fruits. And you went there and you did not get. So what he said, when you decoded, you came to the knowledge, but it did not match. He said fruits, no fruits. So, Visama. Lack of rapport. Such sentences are, when it is uttered by not reliable person, are called Prataraka Vakya. So, Prataraka Vakya will not be Pramana. Apta Vakya should be Pramana. Because he genuinely is interested in sharing the knowledge that he has acquired of this world. So he is compassionate, he is kind, he wants to share his knowledge. All these virtues should be there to name him. He should have knowledge of the fact. He should have knowledge of the fact. Yathartha jnana he should have. He wants to really share knowledge with others. So compassion, he should be compassionate. These are the virtues of an apta, a reliable person. His sentence should be called Shabda Pramana. And a Parama apta is for Ishvara. Parama apta is Ishvara. And therefore the Nayayikas take Veda to be the utterance of that apta. So Veda is Pramana not because it is Nitya. Veda is Pramana because it is uttered by a reliable person who is reliable forever. Because if he also sometimes not reliable, then he is a human being. So the moment I say God, Ishvara, he is Sarvagya, he is Karunamaya. You see, he knows the fact and he has a desire to, he is compassionate to share his knowledge. With these qualifications, he is an apta. Therefore, Ishvara Pranitat is Veda and Veda Vakya is Pramana for ever. There is no question of its falling. These are all by deduction. So this God in Nyaya is a philosophical God. He is not a God with two hands, two legs and all that. This God is a rational positing, rational conclusion, deduction. So call it Nyaya Deva. So this is the idea. Therefore, Veda is Pramana and Pramana only. But Laukika Vakya, there is no guarantee that it will be always Pramana. Then how to define Shabda Pramana? Shabda Pramana should be defined only in terms of Apta. So this definition will be equally applicable to Veda as well as Loka. Ordinary language also it will be applicable, and in Veda also it will be applicable. Vedaya, because it is Ishvara, always Apta. And in Loka, it is only that sentence will be called Pramana, which is uttered by a reliable person, and Apta. And that Apta Vachana will have Samvada. So what he will say, you will see that, you will get it. Okay. So now you understand why he says Apta Vakyam Shabdaha. Okay. Who is an Apta? Aptastu Yathartha Vakta. You see? One who has correct knowledge, and he also verbalizes in that way. He speaks out that. So, Yathartha Vakta. Vakyam tu Pada Samuha. What is the Vakya? Padasamuha Vakyam. It's a small sentence, easy to remember, no? Small definitions, so easy to remember. And anywhere it will be useful, no? Anywhere, in any field. It is not only for Nyaya. In the courtroom also say the same thing, you can say the same. In a debate also you can say. Actually, the politicians should be taught these things, So, his sentences will start becoming Aptavachana. So, Vakyam tu padasamuha. Yatha gam anaya iti. Bring a cow. So, grandfather says to the child, Gram anaya. Please bring a cow. Okay, so this is a Vakya. Vakya. What is Vakya? Padasamuha.